Hello there, people of the internet. I'm Cameron Pleasant. Welcome back to Tabletop Pleasant. Thanks a lot for joining me. Now, as you probably all know, Opus 7 is right around the corner, and it is bringing some really exciting cards. Namely, at this point in time, Sin is a card that I know a lot of people are extremely excited about. The card is very powerful. Cost 9. It is a very expensive card to play onto the field, but its effect is when it enters the field, destroy all forwards and all monsters, and then you take 1 point of damage. That is an extremely powerful effect, because monsters have become a really big pain in Final Fantasy if you've gone up against any monster decks. But you do take a point of damage on his effect, but you also do generate a 9,000 forward on the field, which is very strong. Though I do hear a lot of people talking about Shantotto and Sin in the same sentence, and it's not something you can't do, obviously. The two have quite similar effects, but I disagree with those who say that Sin is going to replace Shantotto, because that just simply is not the case. Shantotto, unfortunately for all the people out there who hate it, Shantotto is here to stay. There are just certain things that Shantotto still does that Sin does not. For example, Sin does not get around Vincent. It can be countered by cards like 2-drop Titan from Opus 1, and also enter break zone effects like Emperor Zunde do not get countered by Sin. So Sin enters the field, breaks the Zunde, for example. Zunde hits the break zone and kills Sin. So just little examples like that. Now, I'm not saying that Sin is bad. As I said, it is generating itself as a forward, which in itself is extremely strong. And it breaks monsters. We don't really have a lot of monster breakers at the moment. You've got cards like Zell, which can destroy certain monsters, but Sin just comes in and breaks them all. And if you've been up against any decks that actually have monsters in them, and the deck is heavily strong with the monsters, you know that those decks can be hard to get around. Those decks are extremely powerful. They're not unstoppable, but Sin has an answer for them. If your opponent is ahead and has built a great wall, so they've got their forwards, they've got their backups, and they've got their monsters. Maybe you have enough backups. You play Sin, and then you put yourself right in the lead, because you break all your opponent's forwards and their monsters, and you have generated a forward. Another interesting thing about Sin is its S ability. I'm not sure how many people will actually play this card for its S ability, but it is an interesting effect, which is you pay 1 cost of Sin, so you discard the Sin for cost, and you pay another 9 crystal points of any element, and at the end of your next turn, or your opponent loses the game, but which is quite similar to the card Eldenarch in a respect. But the thing is, you're emptying your hand. Like, I suppose if you're playing one of those decks that draws and draws and draws, it is something you could work towards. But it is a very high cost, and if they're able to kill Sin, and I'm assuming at that point you're not having any cards in your hand because you've emptied them to play its effect. And not long before that, you've already paid for Sin, which is another 9. So I don't know how many people actually play Sin for its S ability, but it's there and it's interesting, and it could be quite devastating if somebody can figure out a combo or play a deck that draws heavily enough where that's not a big problem. Which I've seen a lot of these Vikings decks where they draw, draw and draw, and if you've got something like that, maybe Sin's S ability can even be a game plan for you. That is my opinion on Sin. If you disagree with anything I've said, or if you think that Sin's S ability is strong and you actually have a game plan, please comment down below. I am really, really interested to see how people are going to play Sin. If you're looking forward to Opus 7 and have a card that you're most looking forward to, comment down below, because I'd love to see what kind of cards people are looking to play when Opus 7 rolls around, which, as we all know, is really, really close. If you have any combos for Sin, let me know. This is a really exciting card for me. But yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. It's always a pleasure to make videos for you. And yeah, I'll see you in Opus 7. Oh yeah, quick note guys, because Opus 7 is so close, I just want to let you know there will be a box opening. There may be 2 box openings. Hell, I may even do a 3rd box opening. So tune in for that. There may be some prizes once again. Thanks again for watching, and please like and subscribe. I always appreciate it. You all have a great day, great night, great evening.